We are back here live on the final Siren here on 94.7 The Pulse, and we're going to be talking all things GDFL with our next guest. He is a Belmont Lions player. Mikali?
Yeah,
Harrison, wow. Even though I asked you before we came back on air, I still stuffed that
up.
How
can he stuff that up? He had one thing to remember,
I have
mate,
one thing to remember for the entire show.
I hope that hasn't put you off on your first appearance on the show. Hopefully it will be first of many. Now, for those who don't know, I'm on the GDFL Footy Show, and I've brought a segment producing highlights of the play to watch for Colts level. Now, Mikali, of course, he won the Spirit of Sport Award 3 weeks ago for the Belmont Lions against Queenscliff. Tell us how that made you feel and what it's done for your career so far.
It was quite surprising. Like, I didn't expect it because I wasn't playing that week, so I was just like, I'll rock up and watch the game, and then I got called up, and I was quite surprised. I won one before that, but I didn't expect it this week, that week, so I was just like, oh, sweet, which kind of, it builds your confidence a bit before a game, so yeah, it just helps a bit.
Well, talk about building confidence. You would, of course, go on to play 2 senior games for the Belmont Lions in a row. One of them, I believe, was against North Geelong, who were the powerhouse of the competition. And sorry, I can't quite recall who the other one, Werribee, and that was a win, of course.
No, we lost that one.
No, you lost that, but it doesn't matter because you're on a winning team here at the final Siren on 94.7 The Pulse. Tell us about what it's like to play senior football at the GDFL, especially being still a young teenager.
Oh, it's quite fun actually. Like you're playing against bigger bodies and smart people. Like when they tackle you, it hurts a lot more, and they're quite fast. So you just got to play a little smarter, and you got to not like run as much. You just got to be giving it off first options all the time. And
how are you finding it stepping down from the
seniors to the
seniors?
Stepping down was a lot easier, I reckon, because I don't know, my confidence was pretty high going down and playing with the smaller bodies, but yeah, they're still pretty good, especially in Inverleigh. They got some really gun players. So,
well, we're going to mention that game, of course. Mikali's Belmont Lions side defeated Inverleigh 17-4, 106 to 11-10, 76. Very interesting. Belmont Lions 31 at the first break. Inverleigh yet to score. So tell us about that first quarter.
I know. We had to have a good start before the game. We were talking about how our start has to be really good, and when we won the toss, we went toward with the win. So I don't know. We were pretty pumped before the game to have a good start, and I guess it happened. Like we started really well, and yeah, it was really good.
I noticed you kicked a goal or two. Can you take us through them?
I think the second goal came in from one of my mates, Cody Bacone. He just centered one straight down the line, and I happened to get on the end of it, and I know it was quite easy actually. Just set it up perfect for me.
Well, great recent form. He's got the Spirit of Sport Award 4 weeks ago, 2 senior games under the belt, bringing his career total to 3, because he of course played at, I think you were 16 years old when you first played in 2011, am I correct?
Yeah, against North Geelong actually.
And against North Geelong again, so there's a bit of a rivalry between Mikali and the Magpies, but I'm sure we can sweep that under the rug because they're a great club, as are Belmont.
Oh, yeah.
But you've come back to the Colts. You've helped Belmont back into the top 5 with that win over Inverleigh. Are you excited about finals if you of course cement your spot in the top 5? And what would it mean to win the premiership for the Belmont Lions?
Oh, I'm actually really happy with that win because not only a few people stood up, the whole team actually contributed with the win. So it was really good, and it was actually a good day and fun. We all had fun, and if we won the premiership or the final, it'd be amazing. It'd be the first one. I'd be happy. It'd just be one of them good memories.
Well, this show hasn't had a lot of guests, but we haven't seen someone blush, and that was just from the prospect of having that premiership medal. Now, Cal, I'm not too sure if you know this, he's no stranger to medals because he, of course, won the league best and fairest last year, which is the equivalent of the Brownlow. Could you tell us through that night and what it was like to receive the award under President Neville Whitley?
I went into it thinking it's just going to get a couple of votes, and I know when it first started off, it was probably like 6 or something, so I just did not think about it. And then as it got towards the end, I was coming up against, I think, Ryan Robinson, and it was neck and neck, and I was lucky to get the few votes over him. And the biggest smile on my face.
Yeah, he's smiling right now for those listeners who can't see.
It was amazing. And Ryan Roberts was one of my mates, so every time we played him, it was like, hey, and it was a good competition. Like, he's a very good player. He's smart. He can run. He was really good.
I'm still trying to get my head around the junior competition. Is this a Ryan Robertson that goes on to play seniors for North Shore?
Yes, it is.
And he's had a terrific game yesterday against Newtown and Chilwell. Unfortunately, his side haven't secured that win, but he's been one of Peter Riccardi's favourite players going around. We've talked about the medal, we've talked about the finals, but we talk about future. I mean, Ryan's now at a senior club. Your future, you want to play AFL football, and of course, Adam Goodes is one of your idols.
Yeah.
Can you tell us what's kind of helped you go across the line? Because a lot of GFL clubs have been fortunate through the Falcon system, whereas you've had the development squad in the GDFL. So could you tell us how that's run?
Oh, the development squad was quite well. Like, we got a few of the boys from our club and all the other GDFL clubs, and I don't know, good training session. It kind of got us like thinking more about footy and decision making and stuff. It was really good and opened your eyes a bit. Like, it was just really good, and like, it was just fun as well.
And did that link you to the junior interleague side?
Oh yeah, I ended up getting into the GDFL interleague, which was quite fun. It was a good game.
Yep.
Come across the line with that.
For those that weren't there, what was the final result? Did you guys win, or?
Oh yeah, we pumped them by a bit actually.
Oh,
yeah,
I like the sound of that.
It was. I think we were just on that day, and we just played really well. There was a few people that stood out, like BJ O'Toole and Cameron Riccardi from North Geelong.
North Geelong, yes, the Magpie forward.
Yeah, a few of the boys stood out. Casey from Inverleigh played really well.
Oh, yeah, what's his last name?
Meehan or something.
Yep,
of course. He played really well. Just a few people stood out, but altogether we played well.
Yep. Now on the GDFL footy show, which of course supports this current radio station 94.7 The Pulse, I've mentioned Blake Miller as the player to watch. I mentioned your fine self, and of course you went on to win it for Belmont yesterday. Do you have a suggestion for me on next Saturday morning show who I should have as the Colts player to watch in the GDFL competition? If there's one that's really excited you this year. It could be a Belmont Lion, it could be a opposition player.
There's actually quite a few. There's either Dalton from Inverleigh.
Mm-hmm.
He was in the GDFL squad as well, and I don't know, he just really surprised the shit out of me because he was... He could take a really good grab, and he was so quick for someone his size. Like, he was just quick, and he's a really good player to watch. Like, he could kick as well. He finished really well, and yeah, I reckon he's a good player. Casey's also a great player as well. He can take a good mark. He can finish really well. And Mitch Bowl, one of our players, when he's on, he can run the whole field if he wanted to. He makes a paddock for himself. He's great to watch. It's exciting. But yeah, there's a few others I could name, but yeah.
We could be here for the rest of the show and having
Exactly.
players.
Well, we've got a good 40 minutes left, so we'll just go through the whole competition. No, but you've heard it from one of the best players at local level yourself in terms of under 18, or Colts, as I should say, in the new revamped system. Mikali, it's been great having you on. Could you stick around and help me with the GDFL senior segment?
Yeah, I could probably stay around for a bit, yeah.
Beautiful. He's helped himself into the studio. I like it. Max, you might have a replacement if you're listening at home. So
that's right. He's sitting at home in his onesie. He's drinking his caramel tea. He's just trying to get himself better for next week. We might go to a bit of a song break here. This is, once the computer starts working, there it is. This is Fall Out Boy with Light 'Em Up. You are listening to the Final Siren on 94.7 The Pulse.